This episode is sponsored by Where to Shop and Dine. Download the app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store today. Connecting colleges and communities. Welcome back. You're watching Scene TV, and I'm Maya McNulty, your host, Schenectady Cable Entertainment News and Events. Welcome to Daquetta Jones. Welcome to the studio. It's so exciting to see you. And Ann Sales, welcome.
Hi.
So great to see you and meet you again. Wonderful. So, ladies, we have the Resourceful Women's Luncheon coming up for the YWCA.
Yes.
I am so excited. Let's speak on the YWCA, a little history to get our audience up to speed and the great work that you're doing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So YWCA of the Greater Capital Region was founded in 1883 by women. Actually, one of the women was Amanda Cluett, who was the wife of George Cluett, who owned the Cluett and Peabody collar factory. And she seen a need that women need housing. During this industrial time, many women were coming to the city of Troy to work but didn't have a place to live. They made that possible. So 1883, we've been in existence for over 135 years in the city of Troy. We're dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. On any given day, we house 104 women and over 50 children. In addition to our housing services, we have economic empowerment services, homelessness prevention services, food security services, as well as additional support services that we provide at YWCA of the Greater Capital Region. We're located in the city of Troy at 21 First Street, and we've actually been there for almost 100 years. May 18, 2018 will be 100 years of us being in that building that we actually own.
That is so impressive. So bigger, better, stronger, centennial celebration.
Yes.
Okay, exciting. And welcome. It's so great to see you. You know, we know a little bit of history on you with Bellevue Women and the High Collection. Can you speak a little bit about your past and history?
Sure. You know, every history that everyone has and every career path is not a straight one. So, but I've had a really wonderful career in healthcare mostly. I, for a decade, ran Bellevue Women's Hospital until it was acquired by Ellis, and led a major fundraising campaign to help Bellevue, and it's such a wonderful place. It still is there today. Very, very proud of that. I started my own consulting company to help multi-million-dollar company owners achieve stunning results that they might be struggling with, and I've had a lot of success in that company. And I was recently asked to take on the role of interim director at the Hyde Collection in Glens Falls, which is the most marvelous place in Glens Falls. It's a jewel in our region, and it has a collection that dates back decades. We have old masters like Van Gogh and Picasso and Rembrandt there with Ellsworth Kelly, you know, modern artists. And we're having a folk art show starting in October. So it's a wonderful place for families to come. And it was created by a woman who was a collector, and it was her gift to the community to open the doors of her home to have people come in and learn more about art.
Well, it's such a pleasure to have you both on the show, and I'm so excited that you are being honored and receiving the Resourceful Women of the Year award from the YWCA. So it's such an honor to have you here.
And it's an honor to celebrate her, just FYI.
So we're really excited, and we want to get to know you a little better, and the audience wants to get to know you a little better. So let's talk a little bit about the mission of the YWCA.
So our mission is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. This is a mission that all YWCAs across the United States lead by. That is our mission. We may not all look the same, provide the same services, but that is our collective power and our mission. And in the United States, we have over 220 YWCAs. In New York State, we have over 20 YWCAs across New York State.
And in your location in Troy, how many women do you serve?
So on any given day, we house 104 women and over 50 children. 94 of those women live at our 21 First Street location and 20 children. And then we support 10 families that live across Rensselaer County that we're able to provide them with a rental stipend as well as case management to keep them permanently housed.
Okay. And speak on your staff, because for that number of people, I know that
Yes.
you have a great staff behind you.
I do.
And yeah, speak on your staff.
So it's a pleasure and honor to have a team so committed. And people always ask, how many staff do you have? It's 26 of us. That's it. It's 26 of us, and we are devoted, dedicated to our mission, to those we serve, to our community. We love it. We're like family. Out of the 26 of us, only 17 of us are full-time. So we work very hard to be able to sustain, enhance, and expand the services that we provide.
Excellent. And the mission, so everyone at the YWCA eats, breathes, and serves the mission of empowering women and promoting to the community and eliminating racism. They're all on the same page with you, right?
Yes, they are.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent.
Yes.
So you provide a warm and safe place for these women. Do you educate them, or how do you guys go about doing that?
So for one, in order for women to access YWC of the Greater Capital Region, they have to be homeless. So the women that we serve, they're both single, homeless women, as well as women with children. When they come to us, our focus is really around them. We use a 360 degrees of support. That's a range of services customized to meet each woman's individual needs. So the immediate need is housing. When she get into housing, we're also able to assess other needs. Does she need a job? Does she need health insurance? And then we're also looking at the services that we provide on site. They don't even actually have to go out of the building, because we have our Jameson Rounds Ready for Work economic empowerment program, a 12-week intensive job readiness program with an 83% success rate, which means that 6 months post-graduation, they will either have their GED, they will have went into trade, or have advanced in higher education.
How do these women qualify to be enrolled in that program? And speak on homelessness too, and the awareness that's bringing to Troy.
Absolutely. So in order to for the women to get involved in our economic empowerment program, they actually just fill out an application. We have an interview process. We can only have up to 14 women at a time during that 12-week Jameson Rounds Ready for Work period. So from that point, when they're selected, that's how they come. It's really about you want it. That's really what the first step is. You want it. 100% of the women that we serve in the economic empowerment programs, they're living in poverty. Some of them may be in shelters when they come to us, whether it's a domestic violence shelter, if it's a homeless shelter. They have the desire to want to do better, and being able to have this support, which we have a plethora of community collaborators and supporters that help us lead that program. So for homelessness, we're one of many agencies in Rensselaer County that provide homelessness services. Our focus is around preventing homelessness. It is around making sure that there are good, affordable, safe housing inside our community, because that's the issue. Why homelessness continue to be an issue is that there isn't affordable housing. There isn't always safe housing for those that we serve, because for one, they don't have the income to pay. Where at our housing, it's very, very low, the fair market rate, so it's much more affordable for the women. And on average, they stay there for 4 years, because then they're able to save money to then, as well as advance economically, and as well as developmentally through the services that we provide and the services that they receive inside the community as well.
That's such a great story too, and how empowering to be able to help them. It brings great joy to my heart. I'm sure it does for you as well. And you are going to be receiving the Resourceful Women Award
Yes.
this year from the Greater Capital Region YWCA. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm so proud. I'm humbled. I'm proud. I was surprised when I was told that I was selected to be the Resourceful Woman of the Year. So it's really an honor, and it's wonderful to support an organization that has the mission that the Y has.
So you're
great.
joining a class of exceptional leaders in the community
Absolutely.
of that. So do you guys partner on new missions to help the Y, scale forward? What do you guys do in with that?
Well, I'll say for Ann and I connected through Women at Work board, which Women at Work magazine, a Times Union magazine and publication. When we connected, we actually have an agenda of focus that we wanted to look at. So one things that I feel that Women at Work supported YWCA and me as a leader is that when we had to do our New York State of Women Summit, they actually had me moderate the diversity and inclusion, and that's really a part of the work that we do at the YWCA that's connected to our mission, as well as the community outreach expectations that I have, where not only am I partnering with Women at Work magazine, but this is also bringing awareness to the mission at YWCA GCR, and then also how Women at Work is supporting these different issue items, around social and racial issues.
Right. And I've been the chair of Women at Work at their advisory board since its inception, actually. I think that's about the time that we met. And the thing that I think is the common thread is that Women at Work, it's a magazine so that people have access to learn about what women in our community are doing. But it also is we call it a movement, because it's helping other women get ahead, get to where they need to go, and to understand that they are not alone, and that there are resources out there to help them. And that's what I think has been the real gift to our community of Women at Work, and it's helped bring people together who otherwise may not have known each other, not have known of each other's work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's strength in numbers, right?
Absolutely true. It's a wonderful
and it's a
thing in our
wonderful
community.
magazine. I subscribe to it, so I do get it at home, and it's interesting. My daughter actually received the Young Girls on a Mission Award, and I think last year you guys were there as well. And my daughter says, I'm going to be on the cover of that magazine. How empowering is that? So that's so that's really kind of cool.
Right.
So
Girl on a mission.
I do want to share that. So we are going to have the Resourceful Women's Luncheon on October 11th.
Yes, and Ann is this year's Resourceful Woman of the Year. She is like a part of the main event, and we are waiting to hear her speak to deliver a message to us about being an empowering, resourceful woman that's so humble, so giving, and a women's leader activist. Her financial contribution, she is a philanthropist, that is so dedicated and just so giving. I'm looking forward to that. And this year's Resourceful Women's Luncheon is actually, the presenting sponsor is Groff Networks, so I want to make sure that I shout out Groff Networks for being the presenting sponsor. It's going to take place on Wednesday, October 11th at Hilton Garden Inn at 11:30. Along with Ann Salle being honored as the Resourceful Woman of the Year, we're going to be honoring 18 other resourceful women and young girls on a mission. This year, we also added a new category, which is our community partners. So we have 3 community partner awards that we're giving out, because since 2014 to present, 3 of them have been so engaged in YWCA on either a pro bono basis or just blessing the organizations with needed donations that we didn't even have to ask for. And they deserve to be honored for that. And then we'll also be honoring in honor of the centennial celebration of the women's suffrage, we're going to recognize the late suffragist Phoebe Aberson Hearst, which is the great-great-grandmother of George Hearst with Times Union publication.
Yeah,
So,
Hearst publication,
yes.
yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting, empowering, I don't call it an event, because it is, you were there last year.
celebration.
It's a celebration.
Yeah.
It's an awareness event, and it is about raising money, because I love the work that we do at the YWCA of the Greater Capital Region. Since the day I walked into that building in 2013 in August, when I had my first interview, I felt something that I needed to be there. I felt a sense of home. Every single woman that we serve, the families, even the men and boys that we also serve at the YWCA, they're very important to me. So I'm not afraid for us to ask that, yes, this is an event it's about awareness. It is about honoring women and girls that are doing impactful, meaningful things in the world, that is advancing women and girls economically, but also being able to say, yes, we need the community support financially, because I want to be able to look up, and I think everyone is going to support and see that you have been a part of our legacy. I want to be my name, a part of that legacy, and all of our supporters, a part of our legacy, by making financial contributions, because we're going to sustain it. We're going to be able to enhance and expand the cutting edge services. And we don't do it alone. It's our community.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel you. I hear you loud and clear, and I hope the audience does too, because that is great. I feel too that how education, you guys are educating the women too, so that they don't fall back in the trap of homelessness, and you're empowering them and giving them hope to move forward. So can you highlight a story that a woman that went through the program, maybe they started their own business or something? Do you have one that comes to mind?
Through the Jamison Rounds Ready for Work program? Absolutely. We actually honored Felicia Ashley last year. She was one of the first women that went through our Jamison Rounds Ready for Work, and we honored her as the Woman of Inspiration for our 2016 Resourceful Women's Award Luncheon. She started at YWCA in our Women in Transition program. She had one child. Felicia actually has 5 children, and 2 of her children have a developmental disability. She had been through so much in her life. As soon as she make a step forward, it was like she felt she was going backwards, many steps backwards. But when she connected with the Jamison Rounds Ready for Work program and she graduated, she had the opportunity to work with the state, and the city, and now she works at Albany Medical Center as a supervisor in their billing department. And her children are also a part of our apartment program, where they live out in the community. She pays a portion of her rent, which she's nearly paying all of her rent. So she has met self-sufficiency, and this started from her going through the Jamison Rounds Ready for Work program, being in our Women in Transition program, which is a transitional living program for women and children to live for up to 2 years.
That's a great story, and I believe I had a chance to meet her last year and hear her story as well. There's some other fundraising that you guys do. You do a bra event, you do a Stand Against Racism, the Young Girls on a Mission, the Victorian Tea. What do you use this money and these donations, and how can someone get in touch with you to donate?
Absolutely. So 100% of the proceeds that we receive through financial donations, they go back into our programs. We are not in the business, because our YWCA GCR non-for-profits, we're business, but we're not in it for the profit. Who profit is those we serve in our community. So donations can be made by going to our website at www.ywca-gcr.org and selecting donation. They can also reach out to our current development and marketing assistant, Brooklyn Esposito, And I can make sure that you have that information.
Yeah,
where to
we're going to put it
contact.
up on the screen as well,
Perfect.
along with this flyer.
Perfect. And the Resourceful Women's Luncheon Award, the Resourceful Women's Award Luncheon, we have a Facebook event page. So there is also a way to go on to either purchase tickets. We still have time for honorary committee, tickets to be purchased, tables to be purchased, and donations can also be made. Some people can't come, and that's okay if they can't come, but just knowing that they can still contribute and make a difference by donating. And we call it becoming a star thrower, by making a difference in someone's life, no matter how small it is.
Right.
What's the location of the event again?
It's at Hilton Garden Inn in Troy, New York,
Okay, and it starts at 11:30?
at 11:30.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to definitely put all that up. We definitely want to invite our audience to come out and support, yes, and definitely see Ann, our Resourceful Woman of the Year. So exciting. Thank you both for being on Scene TV and sharing
Thank you.
all that you do and your passion for our community and for all the community leaders. And congratulations on your success.
Thank you so
proud of
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
This has been
Thanks for watching
wonderful.
Scene TV.